awesome. But yeah, getting to play on the national stage in front of a sold-out crowd, it's special for every single team that's here and us too.
The drama surrounding Caitlin Clark's latest move has shaken the basketball world to its core. For weeks, whispers swirled through locker rooms, sports bars, and social media threads. Was she staying? Was she leaving? The Indiana Fever's electrifying rookie, the face of a new WNBA era, had gone silent after a crushing playoff loss to the Connecticut Sun. Fans waited, analysts speculated. Every day of her silence felt like a chapter in a mystery novel nobody could put down. And then, without warning, Caitlin Clark broke her silence. Not in a press conference, not in a TV interview, but in an emotional Instagram post that set off a storm across the league. In it, she reflected on a year that defied all logic. Rookie season that didn't just meet the hype, it rewrote the rulebook. And tucked into her words was the confirmation so many...
When you get it to this point in the tournament, everybody's defense is good, no matter what.
But feared would never come. She was staying in Indiana. But the real shock? A $100 million deal overseas was on the table. She was turning it down. It's impossible to talk about Caitlin Clark without talking about the seismic shift she's brought to the WNBA. From the moment she stepped onto the hardwood in her Fever jersey, the league looked different. TV ratings didn't just rise, they exploded. Arenas that used to be half full were suddenly sold out. The decibel level when she hit one of her signature logo threes wasn't just loud, it was unhinged. Crowds weren't there for just basketball anymore. They were there for the Caitlin Clark experience. Yet behind the highlight reels and box scores was a rookie, learning the hardest lessons of professional basketball. She wasn't in Iowa anymore. Gone were the nights where she could casually drop 40 points against overmatched defenses. In the WNBA, she was facing elite...
Sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, I'm unapologetic.
Battle-tested veterans who could switch on a dime and punish any hesitation. And still she adapted. Our first games, there were moments when the Fever's offense looked like a college team trying to fit into a pro-sized frame. Too much dribbling, too slow. But game by game, possession by possession, Clark recalibrated. She moved faster. She read defenses quicker. And as her teammates began finding her in motion, her efficiency skyrocketed. It wasn't just her scoring that made headlines, it was everything else. Clark finished her rookie season, averaging 19 points, 8.4 assists, and 6 rebounds per game. Numbers that for most rookies would be career highs. She broke 62 records in a single season, including the most assists ever by a rookie with 337. She became the first rookie in league history to record multiple triple-doubles. And in one jaw-dropping night, she dished 9...
People can clearly say, hey, it didn't translate. It could be 3-on-3, and I wish it did. 3-on-3 didn't matter, but I knew it was going to translate.
19 assists in exhibition. A vision and playmaking that had even her opponents shaking their heads. And then there were the threes. 86 of them in one season, shattering the rookie record. The Fever's transformation under her watch was just as historic. From an 8-year playoff drought to a 20-win season, Clark didn't just put up numbers, she altered the DNA of the team. For the first time since 2015, Indiana Fever fans weren't talking about next year's draft. They were talking about postseason matchups. The Fever weren't just competitive, they were dangerous. But if the stats and wins defined her on the court, her decision about the $100 million Europe deal defined her off it. Overseas leagues, particularly in Europe, have been offering life-changing sums to elite women's players for years, often far more than the WNBA's salary cap can allow. For a rookie to receive an offer that size, especially after only one...
But I think the biggest thing is, we played on Tuesday, and it wasn't exactly what we wanted, but we get to come back tonight on our home court and have...
Season was unprecedented. The temptation had to be real, yet Clark chose loyalty, chose the Fever, chose the WNBA, and in doing so, she made a statement that rippled far beyond basketball. This is where I belong. Her Instagram post wasn't a press release, it was a love letter. A nod to the fans who packed arenas, the teammates who trusted her vision, the coaches who handed her the ball on day one, and the city that had become her home. She thanked the Fever organization for believing in her, name-dropped legends like Tamika Catchings, and even slipped in a family story about her younger brother. Missing his post-draft flight, a small detail that reminded everyone that under the records, the pressure, and the headlines, Caitlin Clark was still a 22-year-old living her dream, of course. Staying in Indiana doesn't mean the path ahead will be smooth. Her rookie year may have been extraordinary, but now,
for us to take another jump up a little bit and be more aggressive on the defensive end.
You mentioned getting your lungs back.
the target on her back is bigger than ever. Every defender in the league has seen her game up close. Every coach has a playbook with her name on it. And the rivalry with Angel Reese, whose bin-shattering rebounding records of her own, isn't going anywhere. Rookie of the Year debates may have tilted in Clark's favor, but next season, she'll have to prove it all over again. Still, it's hard to bet against her. In game after game, she showed an almost eerie ability to bend the floor to her will, pulling defenders out to the arc, threading impossible passes through traffic, creating space where there should be none. Her court vision isn't just it's disruptive. Opposing teams can study the film all they want, but it's one thing to plan for Caitlin Clark. It's another thing entirely to stop her.
Trying to make a squad, or if they got cut, it doesn't mean that your WNBA dreams are over. Maybe it just wasn't the right time, and so
when the ball's in her hands, the shot clock's winding down, and 15,000 fans are on their feet. The truth is, Clark's rookie season wasn't just a chapter in WNBA history, it was a warning shot. A signal that the next generation of women's basketball is here, and it's not playing for slow growth or gradual change. It's here to detonate expectations, to turn rookies into household names overnight, to force the league to evolve at the pace of its brightest star. And maybe that's why her decision to stay is so monumental. A $100 million contract overseas could have been the easy choice, the safe choice. But Caitlin Clark didn't choose safety. She chose the fight, the grind, the challenge of building something in Indiana that will outlast her career. And as the Fever prepare for year 2 of the Clark era, one thing is certain, that 1B will never be the same. So now the question shifts from will she stay to what will she do next? Can she break the all-time three-point record in her sophomore season? Can she lead the Fever deeper into the playoffs? Can she transform a franchise into a dynasty? One thing's for sure of her rookie year. Was any indication, Caitlin Clark's story is only just getting started? And now, to everyone watching, what do you think? Did Caitlin make the right call, turning down $100 million to stay in the WNBA? Can she take the Fever to a championship? Or will the grind of year 2 expose weaknesses? Drop your thoughts below. Smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter in this unbelievable journey.